is where you'll find the most comprehensive coverage of the Champions League, from group phase to the knockout stage, with live games, replays and highlights. This is football at its best. The UEFA Champions League, tonight on ESPN.
So just ahead on runs, but they have lost the extra wicket, the UAE. Still early days, chasing 187 to win. It's a very keen contest, and the skipper's still there. And there he goes. That's a big one.
It's a six. What a shot. Al Safa's not come into block, and he will not be pushed back on the defensive. Lots of character about the man. He takes the eye with a flourish of the bat. I'm in charge is what he says. Wonderful blow, great shot over the leg side, a long, long way.
One more and a ragged throw coming in. It's interesting, isn't it? Especially with inexperienced cricketers, as we're seeing how quickly a little bit of nervousness comes in from either side if things don't quite go according to plan.
I like it.
Cricketers that we usually see on the telly can somehow soak it up. They're used to the atmosphere. They've experienced them hundreds of times before. But now we have the bowler. He's been smashed out of the ground for six. A little bit of a misfield there. A throw, not a good one coming in. He's conceded 7.
Good.
In a one-day game, he's not terrific for the bowler. First delivery of the over goes for 6. Well, there's a trophy. Pepsi ACC trophy. Absolutely gorgeous. Both teams already in the Asia Cup.
Little high.
Good.
Well, that's a good recovery after the first ball went out of the ground. 46 for 3.
ESPN continues its coverage of the NBA with more slam dunk action. The reigning NBA champion LA Lakers hit the road to Minnesota. And the starving Timberwolves are ready for a bite. The NBA, Saturday, live on ESPN.
Al Safa, 14 not out. He's only faced 11 balls, and he's hit a 6. That's that flourish of the bat once again. 187 the target.
Now this will be a good little contest. Zabir has done all the damage for Hong Kong. He's taken the 3 wickets, 3 for 17. Al Safa has got a lot about him, very, very confident, captain of the team, on strike. It's a private contest between Zabir and Al Safa.
One of those dream teams of the tournament. I'd love to see Al Safa batting with Sharma. Be fun.
Yes, Rahul Sharma, very sedate between the wickets, very, very busy. Al Safa.
carving drive. I think there might have been two at the end of all that. A couple of the fielders there getting tied up with each other.
They lost two out in the deep, and again, the tension of the game. You've got to look to anticipate how many runs there are. He's beaten the field, it's gone through. Square on the offside. There's certainly time for two. Other cricket on around the world. Over in Australia, Brisbane, West Indies dismissed cheaply in the first innings for 82 by Glenn McGrath. Australia replying with 3-3-2, and then West Indies in trouble. 20 for 2 in the second innings. Brian Lara already out.
Stroke. Now, they've got to try and push this field. Easy two. Can they turn it into three? They should do. Good running. Got their three. And the 50 comes up at the end of the 13th over.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
That's how it's shaping up. 187, one of those targets that certainly the team that set it wouldn't be entirely confident about defending. Lots of mayhem in there as well. 4 run-outs, 3 of them within 15 balls. 4 drop catches. This is Javed Iqbal, the off-spinner. He can't have the field back yet. This is over number 14. He's still got Sharma at slip. And that's the second close fielder there, just inside the circle at short mid-wicket. It's a well-played single. There's a man out here. I was just going to mention that. I was wondering because Pierre Bucks has come here, I think, just to play. Long on has gone out quite early. I think it's the right move to make for the skipper, Al Safa. Well, Pierre Bucks, I think Hong Kong can attack him.
Very organised, Al Safa, in the way that he approaches his batting. Off spinner into the attack. He was very quickly onto the front foot and manoeuvred the ball into the leg side. The roll of the wrist. He knows he's got a single there at square leg.
Local interest here in Sharjah. Very important locally for their team to do well.
Down. Good, mate.
Well stopped. 14 gone. 52 for 3.
Get into the X. The 2000 Asian X Games qualifier, presented by Toyota, will be held in Phuket Island, Thailand. See it. Hear it. Feel it. Experience the Asian X Games qualifier, presented by Toyota, live in Phuket from the 7th to the 10th of December 2000.
Well, the run rate's looking good.
Saline pretty straight.
There's a little wobble there with those 3 wickets going down. Rescue act in place now in the form of Al Safa, the captain, and Pierre Bucks.
Captain's given the lead, although he lost 3 quick wickets. Came to the crease and he's played shots. Again, that's that organised shot just into the leg side. He's seen the leg side field and quickly into position and goes with the spin. Just pushes the ball into the leg side. Big vacant area there.
Down.
That's a lovely shot. Chase for the man at long on, but he's not going to get there. Classy shot that between mid-off and the bowler, especially when he's bowling off spin.
Quite prepared to use his feet, Mahmood, and come down the pitch. Encouragement from the skipper. He does a good job. Al Safa as captain. High, loopy off spin. Driven straight down the ground. Fielder at deep long on, but mid-off is inside the circle.
Oh.
Other international cricket has just finished around the world. India have beaten Zimbabwe. Good cricket match that. The big 3, Dravid, Tendulkar, Ganguly, all scoring runs. 9 wickets in the game for Javagal Srinath. South Africa have just beaten New Zealand.
Hold.
Wouldn't it be great if it all meant something, though? It's all some sort of global test championship. The scores are interesting, but they don't mean anything.
I think we'll get there eventually, that there will be a league table of test matches being played around the world. There is a league table which mystifies me at times as to who's positioned where. I think it'll come in time that there will be a league.
Okay.
Good stroke. Just beats backward point. It won't go for 4 again. The outfield's been slow throughout the tournament. But 9 have come from that first over from French. 15 overs gone. 61 for 3.
They've been a team on a constant decline. Now they meet the best in the game at home. 3 explosive pace attackers and an experienced batting lineup is what makes Australia the ultimate challenge. With no victories overseas for the past 3 years and the mounting pressure of match-fixing allegations, it looks like a tough tour ahead for the West Indies. Catch the Ansett Australia Test Series 2000. Continues tomorrow live on Star Sports.
Spurt there in recent overs from the UAE. 61 for 3, chasing 187. Nice view from up here. Battle of the 2 noses, David.
That's a bit harsh. Just that debate between bowler and captain as the field, just subtle changes at deep backward square leg for Al Safa is disturbed the team, that's for sure. Hong Kong, the way that he's approached the game and looked to play his shots.
Good call from Pierre Bucks there. the captain was going to run. He acknowledges now. Yep, good call.
And just look at little things in one-day games, and both teams striving to get into better company in the Asia Cup, but things like batsmen backing up at the non-striking end. He's not moved. Mahmood has not come out of his ground. He really has to look to support Al Safa from the non-striking end and back up well.
I think just drifting down. That's certainly the hand signal there from the umpire. Not by much.
Well, I've seen those given.
Get it in, get it in. Here we go, Jarvis.
Big movement here, with the field now going back.
Great stuff, Jarvis. Shabash, shabash.
Rahul Sharma has been making slip very much his own. Now he's had to move out. Backward square leg for him. He didn't seem to play a huge role in the fielding routine that we saw during the lunch break, David.
Perry appeared very late in the piece, minimal this morning too in preparation. Did score 78, and I'm sure that he would say that's what I'm there to do.
Oh! Great stuff, good set, get round.
16 overs gone, 63 for 3.
Take a firm stand. Get a grip on it. And watch your speed. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. ESPN World Snooker presents the 2000 Scottish Masters. The final Sunday on ESPN.
There's a familiar face. Mr. Dalmia, the former president of ICC.
It's good when you see new players, and as you say, we've got the best seat in the house, I think, elevated behind the bowler's arm. Alex French, no real effort going into this action. I would call that bowling style just looping off spin. There's no real action on the ball from French. Just been treated to a test match where I've seen Saklan Mushtaq bowl. And does he put some action, get some revs on the ball, get some body into his action? That's what Alex French can look to do.
Well, that surprised Al Safa. Again, trying to work the ball into the onside.
Good stuff, French.
Playing a spin, I suspect, that wasn't there on this occasion.
Just try and get a mental picture of Saklan Mushtaq and Muthaiya Muralitharan, Sri Lanka, the effort that goes into the action.
That's beautifully placed. Plenty of problems here for Hong Kong with their change bowling, I fancy.
UAE have never wavered from their commitment to score runs and attack the bowling, even though they lost quick wickets. They've still been prepared to go for the shots.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, that's testing Sharma. Well done. They couldn't prevent the single that time. 17 overs gone, and UAE 70 for 3.
NBA action. Action too hot to handle. The biggest stars. The tallest teams. The coolest slams. The most spectacular plays. In the world's most popular basketball league. NBA action. Saturday on ESPN.
Down.
So 70 for 3. The start of the 18th over. The comparative now looks quite healthy as far as UAE are concerned. Hong Kong were 45 for 3 at this stage. UAE 70 for 3. Chasing 187 to win. Change in the commentary box. It's Ramiz Raja and Ranjit Fernando.
Thank you, Jonathan. This partnership now worth 41 of just 53 deliveries, coming at a quick time of just 31 minutes.
One-day cricket is all about partnerships, and this pair of Saeed and Mahmood have kept on attacking the bowling and kept their wickets intact.
Shabash, Javed. Dandy.
Hong Kong really needs some maiden overs here at this stage. Just unsettle this flowing partnership. 41 of 55 deliveries. It's a lovely shot by Mahmood, opening the face of the blade and running the ball away from the fielder Salim Malik, and very good running by the UAE captain, who had to get to the danger end.
That's the positive attitude that certainly would help the Emirates, putting pressure on the Hong Kong team. Safa, he's made use of every opportunity to pick up runs. That's delicately played past point, back for the point.
Salim Malik was the fielder here who had to chase the ball. Little shot, and Saeed Al Safar just missing an opportunity there. A leg by signalled. UAE 74 for 3 after 18 overs.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
Current required rate is 3.53, which shouldn't be a problem for the UAE batsman.
French extracting not much turn, and the UAE batsman quite comfortable against him. He hasn't posed too many problems.
Put away nicely behind square leg. It was partly stopped by the fielder there, but very good running from this pair. Saeed Al Safar is pretty brisk between the stumps. Saw the opportunity and really seized on it. Just a little short this time, French.
The UAE fielders on the boundaries need to attack the ball a little bit more. This pair always looking for that second run.
Oh, yeah.
Good opportunity for the UAE captain really to stay out there and do it himself. He's looking in good touch. In the air, a little bit of extra bounce, but a run-out chance is gone. Not very good running this time. Saeed Al Safar really looking at the ball and not at his partner. He's now looking at him. And just a little late.
That was needless from the UAE point of view. Bit of a miss hit. And Al Safar going down the wicket to be turned back by his partner, not making his ground, and the wicketkeeper doing the rest. So Saeed Al Safar, the captain's gone for 22, and that's the fourth wicket down for 76.
Europe's premier football tournament, the UEFA Champions League, reaches the second stage. And it's now down to 16 teams, continuing their quest for the ultimate trophy. ESPN is where you'll find the most comprehensive coverage of the Champions League, from group phase to the knockout stage, with live games, replays and highlights. This is football at its best. The UEFA Champions League, tonight on ESPN.
In our effort to bring you the very best in cricket.
Pir Baksh, Nasir Siddiqui is the new man in. And he's there because the UAE captain was run out.
Oh! Good work there, Brian.
The calling really needs to pep up a little. UAE needlessly giving away a wicket on a platter. Saeed Safar was really middling the ball well.
Over.
It was really disappointing from UAE's point of view. Bit of a miss hit, but didn't go to hand, and being run out on that. And a partnership was, in fact, brewing nicely. Just a gift of a wicket by the UAE, and the captain's gone.
Yes, its partner could have called just a little early, saying no, there wasn't a run, but it was just too late.
Down. Well done, Phil. Good, Alex.
6 wickets in hand now, UAE. Nasir Siddiqui on the non-strikers, and was the man of the match in the last game against Malaysia. That's a nice shot.
Is it?
Good way to get to the other end. Very safe, no risk taken. Looks very elegant as well, playing with the spin.
The UAE batsmen have been playing the spinners quite well, using their feet, just playing with the turn into the onside area, the off-spinner.
Easy, Frenchie, easy now. Yeah, Frenchie!
They need to try and repair this innings now.
Working,
Another
lads.
big partnership is what they need. And they cannot afford to take risks.
Good. Shabash.
Javed Iqbal pulling quite nicely, well within the stumps. Runs per over still at 3.63. That's not awesome. Well within the reach of the UAE team, but they need to keep wickets in hand. In need of a partnership as well.
Holes. Let's go, Holes. Over.
Just one coming in that over. UAE 77 for 4 after 20 overs.
New ball, please.
Nicely stroked away through the offside, will pick up a run. Does seem to hit the ball a little hard every now and then as Pir Baksh. There is the comparison. The Hong Kong worm steady. In the air, over the cover fielder. That's a nice way to get off the mark. Beautiful shot, going through with it, hitting against the spin, but importantly got to the pitch and played it intentionally in the air.
French not a great spinner of the ball, so Nazir getting up to it and hitting it over that close-in fielder, but firmly struck. A lot of power behind it, so that would give him a lot of confidence.
Head on. Good job, Ed.
Straight away Alex French bowling a little shot, realizing that batsman really carved him nicely
Frenchman, let's spin a web now,
Delivery
matey.
that was pitched up to him. This will run away to the boundary as well. Chase given by the fielder here. And a nice work done at the boundary ropes. Once again, Alex French a little wayward, bowling it wide down the leg side.
It's good what you're fielding down there at the boundary. The Jelani not yielding at all. Very well picked. Just about getting inside the line and saving that single.
Down, down.
Keeping the strike rotated.
See the Emirates batsmen, despite the fact that they've been losing wickets, have always brought about a positive approach.
Good, matey, good.
Expensive over, 9 runs coming in that Alex French over. UAE progressed to 86 for 4 after 21 overs.
Yes, welcome to the really big sporting occasion.
In the world of sports, every second counts. Keep in pace with the latest in international sports. Don't miss the Indian perspective.
And it's a good start.
Crisp, incisive updates and more from our experts. This is your half-hour daily dose. Sportsline, live, only on Star Sports.
101 more runs required now from 29 overs.
Chase, Selling, going hard, hard, hard.
Once again played nicely. It always is lovely to watch a player maneuvering the ball against the spin to an off-spinner towards the offside. It's an art. Not really an easy stroke, although it looks pretty easy, but hours of practice.
Nazir is a very good time at the ball. You could see that he's displaying quite a bit of fluency. Gets nicely behind the ball and has got complete control with his head very still.
UAE need to keep things just a little steady, not take a lot of risk. Just tick away with singles. Just exactly now 100 more runs required. That would have been very close, but strangely signaled a wide because the ball eventually did go down the leg side, but important thing is where it was pitched. It was pitched well within the stump, so that's just a little harsh on the bowler.
Yes, I think that certainly was very close to the stumps. In fact, may have hit it, and that would have embarrassed umpire
Down.
Sundara.
It's a good shot to have against an off-spinner. Minimum risk taken, playing it with the spin away towards the onside. That's a normal shot that most batsmen have against the off-spinner, but really you need to be extremely good at the execution, because firstly you need to get to the pitch and then maybe have a bit of wrist work coming in as well.
Come on. Yeah,
Yes, no, wait, and finally making it in the end, even though the ball hit the stumps.
That really is an area that the Emirates team will have to try and improve if they're going to get up to this total. They can't afford to have any run-outs or misunderstandings. They've already lost their captain as a result of it. There you are, yes, no, and a direct hit. Just managing to get there on time. They need to be more decisive with their calling.
Javed Iqbal, the little fellow, giving the ball a little bit of extra flight every now and then. He's had a good spell so far. Finishing his 5th over. UAE 91 for 4.
The latest latest thrills and spills from the Asian motorsport scene. Motorsports Asia, Wednesday on ESPN.
UAE progressing rather nicely, 91 for 4. A needless run out. Asim Said looked very promising until he was bowled for 24 now. Rahul Sharma, the man who has been in silky touch with the bat, comes on to bowl.
Brave, positive move by the Hong Kong team to bring the leg spin on. New batsman, and he would have to try and make use of his feet against his leg spinner to get him away.
Come on, come on.
Does give it a lot of flight, Rahul Sharma. In the old mold of flick spinners, where they'd give extra bit of flight and try to extract the spin from the pitch. Normally you see these days leg spinners really bustling in and bowling at a flatter trajectory. Not Rahul Sharma. Angular run up, flick of the wrist. Hardly any pace on the ball. Looks pretty innocuous, but he can easily entice a batsman into an uppish drive or something which he wouldn't like to do.
Leg spinners such as this look to draw the batsman out, make them mistime their drives.
That's gone all the way. Even though there was a fielder at long on, a brave shot. Very difficult really to hit those when there is hardly any pace on the ball.
Absolutely splendid shot. Sharma did the right thing, looking to draw the batsman out, but the batsman certainly had other ideas and hit him clean over the head, over the boundary, the long on boundary for 6.
They surely enticed the batsman into going for that lofted long on drive. Cleared the field just by inches, did Nasir Siddiqui.
Catch it.
Ooh, a quicker one from Rahul Sharma. 99 for 4 UAE.
Catch up with all the football news around the world. Every week, ESPN brings you in-depth coverage of the game, with interviews, results, and profiles. Western Union World Football, Thursday on ESPN.
Once again, driving the ball nicely. Well, we haven't seen Stuart Brew in operation today. He's had a stiff shoulder. He picked up 4 wickets in the last game that he played against Malaysia, the semi-final. 10 wickets so far in this tournament.
Good.
Stuart Brew unable to bowl certainly is an handicap for the Hong Kong team. He's one of their key all-rounders. As you would see, he's picked up 10 wickets in this competition and also bowled very economically.
Good.
Nicely played away towards the offside. A little bit of room and width. That single brings up the UAE's 100. A little bit of support there for the home team, and they've played it rather well. Although they've lost 4 wickets, but still in a very good shape here. 4.23 runs per over. Second 50 coming in just 64 deliveries.
Siddiqui too taking a cue from Nazir, who's in fact infused a lot of confidence into the new batsman.
Stuart Brood hasn't bowled today because he's feeling a strain in his shoulder. Actually, he hurt his shoulder at the beginning of the tournament. Still carried on.
Come on. Get beyond him, Jab. Get beyond him. Get beyond him.
Nazir once again turning the face. He's been playing so very well in that region. End of the over, 102 for 4.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
In the air, but away from Rahul Sharma, who took a little bit of time to adjust. Flighted one. Batsman driving in the air. Would have been a wonderful catch for the 40-year-old.
Oh, that's poor cricket by the Hong Kong team. Sujanani, the fielder, who
Work hard, lads.
sloppy effort by him.
You need to keep your eyes on the ball when you're fielding it, probably taking the eyes away at the last moment. In the air, shout of catch it, nicely fielded. Always is awkward when the ball is falling just a little short of you at that point area. Stuart Brew did a good job.
Stuart Brew has been walking in rather quickly in that area, expecting the catch on that cut, on the shorter delivery.
Well, that was a very, very fine delivery. A really, really flighted one from Rahul Sharma. Extra bit of flight. Dipped just in time for the batsman. Was really looking to give it to the heave through the offside. That'll be interesting what SK Bansal will signal. A wide. Pick up 2 runs. One for the wide and one for the single taken. Zilan, the batsman, a lot of time. It looks a very good delivery when it is pitched in the right line and length, but when he misdirects it, then it looks pretty easy. Easy gimme.
Rahul Sharma, he'll need to be a little bit more consistent, as the Hong Kong team cannot afford to give too many runs away. He's been straying down the leg side, and there's been a fielder brought in to protect that run at short fine leg now.
Harmlessly put away for a single. UAE after 25 get on to 110 for 4.
ESPN continues its coverage of the NBA with more slam dunk action. The reigning NBA champion LA Lakers hit the road to Minnesota. And the starving Timberwolves are ready for a bite. The NBA, Saturday, live on ESPN.
At this stage, Hong Kong were loitering just a little, 82 for 4, whereas UAE have got more runs with similar wickets down. The equation getting easier now for the UAE team.
Come on, Jones.
It surely has become an important shot, the sweep shot, the pedal sweep shot. Earns the batsman a lot of runs.
It would seem that Nazir really holds the keys in this Emirates innings. He's always been on the lookout for runs, and whenever the ball has been slightly astray, he's quickly to pounce on it.
Just a little early into that flick, Nasir Siddiqui. Is it a good tournament? 250s, an important one versus Malaysia in the last game. Hasn't been dismissed in this tournament.
Good working, lads.
4 matches, 131 runs with 250s, a best of 53. And there you see, plenty of not outs for him.
So Nazir would find Siddiqui a final eye in this innings. He's been the type of player who would never want to give his wicket away easily. Unbeaten in this entire series, the competition.
Good Javed.
Javed Iqbal has been pretty impressive, although he hasn't picked up a wicket, but good figures. Just 17 runs. This is his 7th over. Economy rate of just 2.49.
Good work. Right set.
1-1-1 for UAE.
Europe's premier football tournament, the UEFA Champions League, reaches the second stage. And it's now down to 16 teams, continuing their quest for the ultimate trophy. ESPN is where you'll find the most comprehensive coverage of the Champions League, from group phase to the knockout stage, with live games, replays and highlights. This is football at its best. The UEFA Champions League, tonight on ESPN.
Real flighted delivery from Rahul Sharma. This will not be signalled a wide. Earlier, umpire S.K. Bansal was very quick to give a wide when the ball was pitched just outside on the leg stump. Well flighted delivery. Not a lot of spin from Rahul Sharma, but a lot of flight.
Come on.
It's turning out to be a good, decent partnership. Equation now in favour of the UAE team.
Back him up, yeah.
Needless overthrow will hurt Hong Kong. We need to keep it as tight as possible. Nasir Siddiqui looking for the run there, and then not a very good throw for the keeper to collect on the bounce. Always is difficult.
Great bowling, mate.
No runs scored on that occasion. Change in the commentary box here. Jonathan Agnew is with Amir Sohail.
Thanks, Ramiz. 113 for 4. I'm enjoying this. This is all light and guile from Sharma.
Great bowling. Get around, Javed.
Does at least mean the batsman have got to hit it. Really give it a whack to get out towards the deep. There's no pace on the ball at all.
He's challenging the batsman with his flight. In the previous over, Nasir took the challenge and hit him out of the ground for 6.
Seems to be getting higher and higher.
Sharma doing the right thing. Hong Kong need a wicket. This time once again throwing it a bit more up. Nasir Siddiqui getting it on the full.
End of the over, 115 for 4.
The latest thrills and spills from the Asian motorsport scene. Motorsports Asia, Wednesday on ESPN.
UAE recovering from that opening burst from Zubair, who took 3 early wickets. Syed Al Safa played very well. He got run out in a mix-up with Javed Iqbal. And now this excellent partnership. 39 from 50 balls. Appears at the moment at any rate to be steering the Emirates towards victory. It's a question of what batting there is to come. There's a change in the bowling. Ravi Sujanani is coming on. Didn't see much of him with the bat. He was a run-out victim in that mad patch, and there were 3 run-outs in 15 balls. And he was the last of that little cluster. So he'll try and make a name for himself here with the ball. I think Siddiqui's got a good bat. It sounds lovely from here.
It does. Once the batsman is middling the ball, it's always a pretty sound ball hitting the bat. Ravi being brought into the attack.
I must mention the way that Pierre Bucks has played here too. There seemed to be a change in the batting order, certainly from the order that we saw play in Nepal. That's Malaysia, correction. Pierre Bucks didn't appear in that contest. He was well down the order. But I think the feeling being that UAE, they lost 3 quick wickets, wanted someone to come in and just take some responsibility, play straight, keep an end together. And that's what he's done here. Again, it's well timed.
Yes, Mahmood has done well when he came into bat. UAE was certainly under the woods, and let's see, ball coming into Nasser Siddiqui, pushing it very hard, straight past the bowler. And since then, Mahmood has felt the responsibility, has been nudging the ball around, has been rotating the strike, and when needed, and when the bowler faltered with a line and length, he's hit few boundaries as well.
Straight to the field, good over, 3 from it, 118 for 4.
Get into the X. The 2000 Asian X Games qualifier, presented by Toyota, will be held in Phuket Island, Thailand. See it. Hear it. Feel it. Experience the Asian X Games qualifier, presented by Toyota, live in Phuket from the 7th to the 10th of December 2000.
Well, that should be very straightforward for the United Arab Emirates. Just 3 and over, 6 wickets in hand. But you can bet there'll be some sort of twist. There usually is in these one-day games. The loss of a wicket, a new man coming in. Just something that makes these targets more difficult to achieve than they appear. Away to a flyer, Asim and Malik, and then the wobble. The Jabbar out first ball.
Good, Hills.
Premeditated stroke from Nasser Siddiqui. He's smiling. He knows that he tried to play a false stroke here. This one was a quicker one.
This is why he's quite a crafty old fox, isn't he? That you do have to hit him, and therefore you've got to think to yourself, right, where am I going to play him here? I can't just push him into the offside or the leg side. There are a couple of men there on either side. There's no pace on the ball at all. Slightly quick one by means of variation. And apart from trying to hammer it out into the deep, it's quite difficult to play.
He's bowling very intelligently, although he's already gone for 20 runs.
Good, great set, Hall.
That was a maiden, 118 for 4.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The
Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
29 overs gone. He's hoisted that in the air. There's no one down there. Very nearly 6.
Nicely picked by Mahmood, who was batting on 40 before this delivery. The ball had drifted towards his bat, just helped the ball towards fine leg and got a boundary for it.
Pretty ghastly ball, if we're honest. Long hop going down the leg side. No one down there at all. And he's got to do better than that. Well, that's well played. At least it was a more accurate delivery than Sujanani. It's the captain's nightmare. If you've got a fine leg up on the edge of the circle, something like that floating down the leg side, nothing you can do, is there?
You can't set the field for the bad balls. That was epitomized on the previous delivery.
So they fancy the leg side. I thought they might. It's quite a curious field, this. There's a couple out to the man at deep mid-wicket. He's going back to that position. You can see a long on, but when you go around to the left, you'll see that fine leg is up on the edge of the circle, so no protection at all the way around. And if you continue around to the offside, third man also up.
Where are you going to bowl? You can't afford to give a bit of room to the batsman on the offside, and then if you direct the ball towards the batsman, you haven't got much protection on the leg side. You've got to be very, very precise with your field placing when somebody is bowling at this pace, which Ravi is bowling.
Just looks, if you look at the leg side there, that virtually any delivery middle stump on the pads, it's an easy run. One minimum. Now they've got to do something about the field. Partnership comes up, and it puts UAE in a very healthy position indeed. 126 for 4 with 20 overs to go.
Europe's premier football tournament, the UEFA Champions League, reaches the second stage, and it's now down to 16 teams, continuing their quest for the ultimate trophy. ESPN is where you'll find the most comprehensive coverage of the Champions League, from group phase to the knockout stage, with live games, replays and highlights. This is football at its best. The UEFA Champions League, tonight on ESPN.
So 20 overs to go. And this target being whittled away now. 61 to win. And all the time in the world.
Nasser Siddiqui has to change his tactics against Sharma.
Well, that's gone very, very high indeed. There's a man underneath it. Oh, and why, I wonder, has Siddiqui done that? It's the first time he's been dismissed in the tournament. And why, oh why, I wonder, has he taken that chance? UAE seem to be cruising towards victory, and he's hit this straight down long off's throat.
He was trying to sweep Sharma in the previous over. It was a maiden, created a pressure for himself, and this time saw a flighted delivery, drool on it, tried to hit it out the ground, and he had to pay the price. UAE 126 for 5.
Take a firm stand. Get a grip on it. And watch your speed. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. ESPN World Snooker presents the 2000 Scottish Masters. The final Sunday on ESPN.
Wherever the world plays rugby, the news and views that count. Behind the scenes with the big names and the big games. And a sideline view of all the action. With the IRB's World of Rugby, tonight on ESPN.